Doon ka na magyatay mo. Alright. Finally, part 2 sa episode 2. Buisit, long time coming. Sige ka postpone. Yate na.
Good evening, guys.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. So anyway, now I've secured a more stable connection. So once again, welcome back to the Nearing 30 show, everybody. It's me, your host, Randolph. Oh, what?
Happy Monday, guys! Welcome to Nearing 30.
Hey, Monday. What's up?
Hey, guys. Good evening.
Okay, so now that we got the greetings out of the way, where did we last left off?
We were talking about consoles. Yeah, consoles.
Consoles and computers.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
Randolph was supposed to give his opinion.
I think it was still Brian's opinion.
Brian.
Yeah, it's Brian. So
Let
Brian,
Mickey finish his opinion. Go ahead.
he was
Again?
done already.
Nobody heard it the first time, man. It got cut off, remember?
Oh, right.
Just to make sure, man. Just to make sure.
Just to make
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Recap na lang,
Recap, just a recap, mate.
Just a recap.
Okay. This won't be a one-to-one recreation. I'll do my best.
Sige lang, uy, sus. It's a podcast.
So-
You're allowed to.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Here we go. Oh, shit.
Here we go
again.
So,
Go ahead.
which gaming platform is the right one for you? Personally, I'm what you call the console guy of the four. I grew up with consoles since forever. I had a Game Boy Color, a PS1, a Game Boy Advance SP, a PSP, PS3, PS4, and just recently the Switch. So you could say I'm a huge console guy. So
Excuse me.
perks. You can play games easily. Just pop in the disc or the cartridge into your console and poof, you're playing. Unless of course you're in the internet era where day one patches are a thing now. Those damn patches. And also back then, online gaming from the console was free. Unlike now where if you want to play online with your friends, you have to pay a service. For Sony side, it's called a PS Plus. The benefit though is that you can get 2 free games every month as long as your subscription is active. For Nintendo side, it's called Nintendo Online. Its main benefit is again SNES and NES games for free. And yeah, that's it. I'm a console guy, and now let's go to PC. Brian.
No, just kidding around, man. Yeah. What gaming platform is the right one for you? Well, for starters, I am technically I'm kind of biased towards PC because I'm kind of cheap. So
Nice one.
yeah. So in terms of gaming, though, I've experienced console. So I had a PS2 before and experienced PS3 before I sold it again. And I could tell you the difference that when it comes to PC against console, PC is much more versatile when it comes to titles. In terms of FPS games as well, it's much more easier to shoot using a mouse than using a controller. But it's much more easier to play role-playing games with the controller than a keyboard. I tell you that. I play with my PC using an Xbox One controller. Yeah, it's expensive. So maybe what I could say is that if you really want a future proof, especially mine, is considering mine, I have my PC for like since 2013. I've had that PC. It got upgraded, but the motherboard and the RAM and the processor is still not upgraded yet. It's still stock, though the air cooling is upgraded. I'm using an SSD. I have a Wi-Fi 6 adapter, router adapter, which has Bluetooth 5.0 as well. So it's actually quite upgraded, but the stock PC itself is really old. So yeah, it's been 7 years. It's still quite good. So it's much more of safe for me when it comes to gaming as well. Since it's actually PC is like future proof. You can just upgrade. You could just upgrade and upgrade. And if you buy an expensive GPU for your old CPU, you could actually use that GPU in your newer CPU. So like you could swap out parts, much more versatile. Console, too focused with gaming. So if you want a console only, better make sure you have the money for it, because games in the console is quite expensive.
Yep, games are expensive now.
Yeah, but it's much more focused though. Once you get into the zone, just playing around, because the only thing you're going to do with the console is just play. And instead of unlike the computer, you can just pick any time and do something else. So your focus is not really that fixed within gaming. So yeah, if you really want to be just in the game, in the zone, on just gaming, you can just use the console. But for me, like I play games like Dota. I play Dota so much, so I use the PC since it's only available on PC. But what you could also consider nowadays is the phone. Yeah, the phone is arising. Like as much as I hate to say it, it's also a gaming platform nowadays. Since or can't see me now, but I'm doing quotation marks with I'm doing quotation marks when I say esports in mobile gaming. So if you want to play games also on a cheaper level, since mid gaming cell phones are quite more cheaper nowadays. So if you really want to choose what game platform is really right for you, you have to check first what games you play, the budget you have, and for mobile gaming, are you a rage gamer? Because I wouldn't suggest a cell phone. I wouldn't suggest you playing with a smartphone, since if you're a rage gamer, you might throw the phone. Like I did before. But only to that. I throw my phone on the bed. So much more safe. So that's just my tip for you guys. So consider the three things that I've mentioned: your budget, your games, and how you play. It really affects the type of platform that you want to play in. That's one on my end.
Like what Blizzard used to say. Don't you not have phones?
This is horrible.
Oh
Just
my
horrible.
god. Oh my god.
Diablo Immortal reveal. Don't you not have phones, guys?
Oh my god.
Too old.
Oh my god.
But how about Phil, man? What's
Phil is what you call the PC master race guy of the group.
PC extremist. PC master race guy.
What? It's
Master
true.
Race.
It's true. Just stating facts. You're the master race here. You're the master race here.
FYI, before Phil speaks, this guy for context, bought a freaking PlayStation console just to play God of War. And did you know what he did to the console after he was done playing it?
Sold it afterwards.
He sold it afterwards. So let that speak for
Not
itself.
bad. Period. God of War. I mean, God of War is a good game.
No.
And it
Just-
goes way back to the PS2 days.
For the actual reason, because God of War is not yet available on PC. So yeah, because if it was available on PC, he wouldn't bother with the console.
Okay, so the truth is, I respect consoles. In a way
No,
that
you
is
don't.
saying that
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Since when did you respect me?
Since when did you respect
I
that?
respect your people. Have you? It's I respect consoles in a way that I see people as being higher in tier compared to other forms of gamers and people who claim they're gamers.
Like the mobile people.
Hey, I respect
I-
mobile people. I respect mobile people.
Sure
Mobile
you do.
people provide a huge percentage of our population.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly. Facts.
Facts.
As-
Facts. And they brought esports to a whole new level. So
Exactly.
honestly, if you look at it, how do I say this? Back in 2012, everyone was worried. Everyone in the PC and console area was worried because mobile gaming was getting a foot. Mobile gaming was getting a foot. People were saying, "Hey, this might be how PC gaming or console gaming dies by not in a blaze of glory, but in a whimper because everyone's using their phones." But the thing is, PC and console gaming evolved, and that's why we have Twitch. We have Facebook gaming. We've got a lot of. Last time we toned down the
Sorry.
music a bit. Yeah.
Sorry. No.
It's all good. It's
Just
all
making
good.
sure.
Max, you're too
Am I loud?
Yeah.
you're not loud enough when you speak.
Layo ko
Yeah.
sa mic. That's better. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about the sound background music?
Just
it's
a little bit higher.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah.
You may
Alright.
you may go ahead.
So, when thinking about PC, it's the reason why a lot of people don't play PCs is because aside from the fact that it is expensive, it's an expensive hobby, and you have to stay updated on what are the latest parts, and sometimes it's scary to hear words like RTX 3090, and you're like, what? Just open up with new DLSS.
What about next year? RTX or something.
Yeah. And then they throw words like ray tracing. You're like, huh? It's not ray tracing.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of people get confused, and that's what that scares people away from
Yeah.
PC gaming. But that's the thing, though. DLSS, ray tracing, all that kind of stuff is what makes PC gaming amazing because we have. Yeah, well, I'm starting to sound like Donald Trump, but
It's okay. It's okay.
That
It's okay.
Trump.
It's okay.
Okay, so the thing is, it gives you better graphics. Let's face it, consoles are cheap because you're stuck in hardware. Like
Yep.
basically,
You get what you pay for.
let's say the power tier is let's make things more understandable for like casual people. Let's say the tier of your PC is 7. All right, the power of your PC is 7, and a
Mhm.
PS5 is a 7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, you will always get upgrades. A PC can be upgraded to maintain the 7 status,
Mm-hmm.
pero the console will degrade because games get higher and higher and higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
Like a video card right now might not be able to play the latest games in a couple of years on the highest settings because that's just how it is.
Mhm.
Games evolve. And the same thing goes with consoles. But the thing is, with consoles, you can't chase that proverbial video game rabbit. You can't like say, hey, I want my console to do better. Give me better graphics.
Mhm.
Like if you look at it, there's a sweet spot. All right, there's performance versus graphics, and in a console, so first few years of a new brand of console, you will always get a perfect balance between performance and with graphics. You'll have very good performance, you have very good graphics.
Mhm.
But as the years go by, when the requirements of the games go up,
Mhm.
either you have to sacrifice performance or graphics. Some
Mhm.
games say sacrifice performance. That's why you have amazing graphics, but you're only at 30 FPS.
Mhm.
FPS is not that bad though once you get
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah,
Pero,
yeah, yeah.
If you're a person that
I'll comment.
wants smooth gameplay,
I'll comment
Of
on
course.
that later. I'll comment on that later.
especially in shooter games, especially
Yeah.
in shooter
Yeah, yeah,
games,
yeah.
and competitive games,
Exactly, exactly.
FPS is very, very important. One small frame and would mean there's a higher possibility that the other guy with a better sniper is gonna shoot you and you're gonna die faster. So,
Exactly, exactly.
pero na pa yung case po niya where companies sacrifice graphics
Mhm.
and then they up performance, and people say, well, the console version is garbage, okay, pangit yung graphics,
Mhm.
because they focus more on performance. And then the worst part is when we are at the end of the cycle of a console.
Like right now.
Like right now for PS4, at least at the end of PS4,
It's late game. Already
late
late game.
kayo, like
Mhm.
I will give a perfect example: Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk by dude.
Cyberpunk
Yeah.
27 was like garbage fire on a PS4.
Yep.
Exactly,
facts.
Low
exactly.
ang performance,
Tinod,
low
tinod.
ang graphics by like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it was a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire, and
Mm.
PS4 just wasn't built to handle it. Like
Mm.
some pag usahan mo tweak ba yun,
Patches,
Yeah,
patches,
yeah,
patches.
patch,
wala,
patch.
wala.
Pero the hardware itself
It's
is
limited.
dead.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
hardware is like
Motda na lang mo. Motda na lang mo.
Yeah.
Space para sa patches. O agyapon.
Well,
Yeah.
It's like it's like
you
beating
can,
on a dead dog.
Ano ba yan? You can kind of blame CD Projekt Red for still leaking on PS4.
I don't-
They should have just cancel it and make it on PS5.
that's
no,
the thing
no.
though. People like to throw blame at CD Projekt Red, but
Never.
the thing with Cyberpunk was that it wasn't it wasn't that okay. One thing was it was rushed,
Mhm.
pero it was playable on PC. Actually, I played it on release. Gamay raman ako na encounter ng bugs by I think the only issue talaga was that PS4s just weren't up for the task. They just
Yeah,
weren't
yeah,
up for
yeah.
the task.
Exactly, exactly.
And
Exactly, they should have just cancelled it.
but that's the thing, they already allowed for pre-orders na kasi.
Yeah.
You can't
It was
just
too late.
like, say,
It was too late.
Well, it was too late in the decision making. They should have made the decision earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's the thing.
Mhm.
But they generally made it for PS4 Biagig originally. The thing
Yeah,
was that
yeah,
they
yeah.
made the bar too high.
Mhm.
Pero batawag ka ng you made an amazing test, but only the smart people could answer. At first you made the test for like the general people, but then
Mhm.
you decided nyo, please doon ako gamay ang test. At doon, ani pasar na lang kay 12% sa klase, and the other 88% died and was crying in the
Yeah.
corner saying
Yeah,
teacher was
exactly.
mean.
Exactly, exactly. Normal occurrence heist.
Another thing with PC is that it's not just for gaming. It's
Mm.
your everyday workhorse.
Exactly, exactly.
You can aside from the fact that you can do your homework, but it's
We're
for
way
work
past
as
that.
well. But for work, like video editing,
Mhm.
it's a source of income because you can mine. Although I don't recommend mining. Mining is it's ruined. It's actually,
bad.
There have been studies nga it's been bad for the environment.
It
actually.
is. I forgot to mention that sa atong climate nga topic, no? The first
It's
part.
bad.
So
It's bad for
I'll
the
get
environment.
I'll get into that later when it's my turn. So anyway, if you'll continue.
It's horrible for the environment, and There's a crypto crash right now, so I hope people will stop mining. I guess the only issue I could say for PC right now, or like right now, is the shortage. Um, Actually, it's not an artificial shortage like what the media says. Like, oh,
Yeah,
people
it's
are
not.
hoarding PC parts. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
People who believe in that garbage should stop putting their heads in the sand and then look at reality. When
Exactly.
COVID hit, uh, una is that everyone was stuck at home, right? We needed to work at home. So what happened? Everyone started buying a PC. Everyone started upgrading. Everyone started like needing a computer all of a sudden. So if there was a shortage, of course, it's because everyone was buying a computer. And the worst part for high-end gaming PCs is that at the end of the day, the parts are also the parts that you need for high-end gaming parts are also the same parts that I needed for low-end parts, and it's easier to build low-end parts, so they'd rather invest money on low-end parts, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah. That's
So
right. That's right.
it's easier to make low-end parts, and there are more people willing to buy low-end parts. So
Mm.
what happens is that people who are willing to pay for premium are getting the other end of the stick. And pero not to mention scalping, but scalping has always been there. It just so happens there is a demand for PC parts right now. You will never have scalpers if there is no demand.
Like the PS5 right now, scalpers are everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, like how hard is it to get a video card? Okay. We were supposed to buy my brother a video card, a 1050 Ti,
Mhm.
around March. Yeah,
Mhm.
by June na lang, by stock by.
Mm.
Enjoy
Sad
your mind
life.
for 15K.
Yeah, that's ang sa Lazada mo good by. I mean I got 2 video cards on Lazada. They all died. Okay, they're all mining video cards.
So okay.
Miner 49er nasa tanan by like um I was able to compare talaga the temps with a mining card and with like a brand new card, and it's
Mhm.
just like blows the other one out of the water. For those who want to invest in a PC, it's an amazing investment, and I
Mhm.
promise you, murag gid ka mahay is that you never bought sooner.
Yeah,
Pero-
exactly. Exactly.
Pero the only again, if you're a person who doesn't want to deal with all the things like monitor temperature, because you have to check temperatures. I mean, in consoles you also have to check
Not really.
temperatures. Pero
Not really. It's automatically regulated.
yeah,
For consoles, you just need enough space for airflow though.
Yeah.
Pero in the PC, although we still also have automatic temperature regulation, pero PC people are more into
Detail
detail.
oriented.
Detail mo gaming kay.
Just no.
When you have the option to look
Uh,
at what the issue is, you will suddenly be parang like in a
No.
console, maabot kag
Uh,
70 degrees by you're
yeah.
panicking.
Yeah, no. TLDR, Phil. We can monitor our stats just because we can. You
Yes,
can't do that on console.
You
You have to do
never-
some. You have to do some special special
Yes.
kobe sa console if you want to do that. But tod
Yeah.
sa ka-versatile sa PC, yeah, software alone.
Software alone will tell you like, hey, you're
just
overheating.
because tungod lang ina we can because we can.
Can. Pero ang may tawo sa imong kwarto kay may mong heater by
Yeah, it's your own personal heater. That's true.
it's your own personal heater.
Yeah.
Pero if you guys also want to do console, hey,
No
console's
beef.
amazing.
Mm.
Don't be like me stuck on one end, pero I can afford it naman, so
Sana all.
Yeah. Sana.
hey, okay, one last thing about PC. Our games are cheaper. Our games are cheaper because we
Sales.
can manipulate aside from sales, we can actually manipulate through VPN. And
Mhm.
then some countries actually sell the game cheaper.
Mhm.
Like for example, Steam games are cheaper in Russia. So if you have a VPN, connect to Russia, then your games will suddenly be cheaper.
Yeah, but I think the drawback to that is when you turn off your VPN, your games won't be active because there are
Really,
some
really?
games. Really,
Yeah,
really.
as long
have
as
you tried it?
yeah, I did it for my for my Cyberpunk actually.
Oh,
I
Don't
got
te-
I got it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
don't tell Steam. Don't tell Steam. How dare you defile Gaben?
Well, for consoles, yeah, games are expensive because of the Blu-ray technology. And
Exactly.
also, games are expensive though. They cost as high as $70, roughly 3.5k here. But
Mm.
if you have if you have a good friend who is also nice, can easily just borrow his game, borrow his disc and pop it in. But of course, the downside is that you have to return it.
Also, PC is giving away free games from time to time. Thanks,
Yeah.
Xi Jinping. I mean, Epic
Games.
Games.
Epic
Games
Games.
gives off free games sometimes.
From time to
Every
time,
week
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a new
yeah.
game, and like
Always
I
get the
know,
free games though.
yeah,
Mm.
it's free games, and these aren't just like your garbage, your garden variety video games. They're like Mass Effect, Assassin's
Mhm.
Creed, Watch Dogs. Like I
Mhm.
literally got 1 and 2 on Epic Games for free.
Yeah.
Currently, it's Control right now, right?
I think
don't know.
so. I don't know.
For
I'm
free
not
control,
sure.
I'm gonna check.
I'm not sure.
Thanks, Xi Jinping.
That's also the downside of Steam. They rarely give away free games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relax. I think that's
Yeah.
the end of mine.
So okay, so to wrap up the topic, no, since out of the four of us, I've been the one exposed to both sides of the spectrum. Though Phil forgot to mention that he was playing consoles at some point, especially during the Game Boy Advance times and the PSP times. Yeah. But I'll just do the TLDR. Make the TLDR. Damn it. Phone's getting late reactions. Anyway, TLDR. From my perspective, I grew up, like I said, I grew up with a family computer because the NES is not really available here in the Philippines. So, on the Asia side of the market, we got a family computer. Hell, I don't even know if that was a legit family computer.
Same.
Yeah, because
I also have a rip-off NES or SNES. Either of the two. Either of the two.
yeah. Because if I remember correctly, the second player has a microphone. Yeah, the second. The thing with the family computer, it's that the controllers are actually hardwired to the console. You can't remove it. So it's kind of weird. So it's and the thing is that
Holy shit! The guy's quick. Holy shit!
no. Oh.
like
Sorry,
the entire house is moving. One more.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Hang on. There is mo side ni Brian, no quakes, so probably
That's quick.
Yeah.
It's too intense.
Don't move the chair, man. Just sit still.
Yeah. Relax, man. Just relax. Remember the drills in high school? What was that? Okay, naabot ng earthquake diri yate. Naabot na earthquake diri. Fuck. Naabot na earthquake diri. Fuck. And I'm in Agusan del Sur, guys. Sorry about that. Oh god. I can feel it because I'm in the second floor. Shit. Bray, okay ra kaliya, Bray?
Dude, I'm in Makati, man. I'm just chilling.
No, I'm just asking. Kasi mo kunir, but yeah. Yeah,
So
there.
guys, currently three of us except me. Four of us except me. The three of them are experiencing earthquake as of the moment. So
Yeah. Not so intense here in our side though. So we're just gonna wait on Michael and Phil to get back. It's much more intense in CDO. I think the
Okay,
epicenter
guys,
might
stay
be
safe.
nearer. So as you can see, I'm still live. I'm still live right now, so it's not that intense. But I did feel it shake. The dogs felt it actually. They're howling. They're woofing outside right now.
So guys, stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe out there. To our viewers who are in.
Schools, then just do.
Remember the earthquake drills. Stay calm. Duck under something hard. If you can get out, better to get out in an open field. If you have access to. But yeah, if you're in the house, be sure to duck under your table or something. Oh man. So I'm just gonna do a loading scene before they until they come back. So I'm just gonna loading. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. So sorry for that small interruption. Like, it's been a challenge to stream this podcast because aside from internet problems, now Mother Nature's finding a way to interrupt our streams. Like, it doesn't really want us to be successful. But hey, like Mickey said, third time's the charm. So we're pressing on. We're all fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with our immediate surroundings. So we're gonna continue streaming for your entertainment only.
So yeah, so far.
Yeah, nothing wrong so far. We're all good. We're all good.
Well, at least that means Groudon was angry again by Kyogre.
Oh man, that
Don't
Pokemon
go there,
reference.
man.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Rayquaza.
So as I was saying on our current topic, which consoles for you? Well, TLDR, it's just your preference, you know. For us, we were gaming already when we were growing up. For me, it was the family computer, and then the thing is, I was given the family computer to play with. So, and at the same time, my mom bought the PlayStation X. I'm saying
What?
PlayStation. I'm saying PlayStation X because it was the original gray one,
Big one. Big boy.
and the big one, the big boy. So
Ancient.
yeah. So while I was busy playing Puyo Pop, I don't know if you are familiar with the game. My cousin was playing Tales of Fantasia on PlayStation 1. Which blew my mind. So yeah, I was growing up with consoles because at that time PC wasn't that up to par when it's gaming. My mom had a Pentium 3 PC that she bought when it was still the current gen at that time. So as you can see, we are nearing 30, so we did manage to nang naabutan pa namo ang ang Pentium 3 ng mga PC. So yeah, I think the first game I ever played on PC was Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was my first game. Me and my cousin would used to fight over who's playing the PC at that time. So yeah, since it was my mom's PC, so we could only use it for like a limited time before she had to use it for work. So most of our time we spent on our console. So first console was a Nintendo Famicom. Played a lot of Contra Lot back then and Battle City and whatnot. The Legend of Kage, a side-scroller ninja game. What else? But it was fun for me. I was a kid, so I didn't know any better. And then right after that, when we started having vacations here where I am right now, we bought a fake console that was being sold at large here in the Philippines. It looked like a Sega Genesis, but it was actually a Famicom clone, which is weird.
Sega.
So, yeah,
Sega.
it's literally, it looks like a Sega Genesis, but it's actually a Famicom. It was called a Good Boy.
Is it,
Yeah, that-
is it as good as the Soldier Boy console?
Dude, at least the one thing I can say about the Soldier Boy console, at least it could play a lot of games besides NES. So back then I didn't have back then I didn't have any concept of the bits thing because I was still a kid. So the Philippines was late into the bit wars, to be exact. Since it was already in the 90s, if you were in the US at that time, it was the Genesis versus the Super Famicom or the SNES for the US. So by that time it was already 94, so the PS1 was actually released, or not 94. I was already kinder, so it was 99 or 2000. Yeah, probably 2000, forgot. So that's what I got. And then as time moved on, I got my first Game Boy. It wasn't mine, but I played Game Boy Advance because my uncle... No. My tito had bought one, so we'd had... again, me and my cousin would fight all over it. So the first game I played on Game Boy was Tomcat F-14. Kind of like a dumbed down version of Ace Combat, and your only jet plane is a Tomcat F-14. So as you know, the Game Boy had backlighting wasn't really a thing back then, so we had to play the Game Boy under the daylight or under a lampshade, and really screwed our necks.
Good times.
Good.
Good times.
Good times. Actually, I was jealous because Michael at that time was already had his Game Boy Color. And he'd always flex it in front of us plebes because we didn't have any Game Boy. I remember
Fun fact: my Game Boy Color arrived randomly. It came from my aunt from the States, and packaged with it was Pokemon Gold. Which I knew nothing about it, and I kid you not, my mom was the one playing. She even beat the Pokemon League champion back then. And I was like,
Okay, nag-round 2 ang earthquake, kajat.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna for the second time. I'm just gonna go for loading screen para just to be safe. Okay, so we'll see you. We'll see you when we get back.
Yeah. Linog na po ba? Grabe, round 2. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when I first met you and Mickey, my first impression was, hala ba, hakbay ka ng mga Game Boy, kay puro mga Game Boy SP, dayon. Ang mga dula pa gyud bay kay Emerald, ang naa pa sa kwarto kay Ruby, and then Sapphire.
Ruby and Sapphire were the same though.
Yeah, but then like Emerald was like a whole new level. It's like Fire Red on meth.
Noon, noon.
Yeah, like you could say like, hey, uh not everyone had those versions, nor had even like an SP. Ako SP man ako gagamit, pero like basurables man ako ang sinako. Yeah.
Fun fact though, my GBay cartridges were all fake.
Ayo ano ba? Same ra pa yapon here.
We're all fake. My only legit cartridge was Pokemon Gold.
You know that
And I lost it at later.
you know that some people actually use cartridges as mini USBs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, way. Yeah, palagay ko rin, what? You can do that? Like technology kaya.
Realized my mic was off the whole time. Holy shit.
What?
Yeah, my mic wasn't streaming sa ano, so shit. TLDR, I'll just do a TLDR. So anyway, fuck, oh shit, sorry. Oh my god, sorry. Curse you earthquake. So I was rambling here with no one hearing. Anyway, we'll just cut it. Ipa-edit lang ako kay Brian, i-upload lang nato. Oh my god. Oh, that was like a long ass time for my talking. Anyway, TLDR, I grew up with Famicom, PlayStation, a Game Boy, Nintendo DS, a PS2, a PSP, and enjoyed the heck out of it until I reached high school when I was given my first PC. Back then, when I was using PC, I was the only games I was playing was Diablo 2 and Sacred. Also emulators, but that's a topic for a whole thing, for another day. Aside that, so I had my PC for around 10 years before I retired it. So in the span of 10 years, I received my laptop, and that's where I played most of my PC games because it was slightly more powerful than my desktop. And then in fourth year college, I got a gaming laptop. So I tasted 1080p, 60 FPS, and SSD speeds, and I never went back. Also, right after I graduated college, I had enough money to buy my own PC, and that's what I'm using right now. So luckily, I bought it at a time when parts were available and not that high. So I just got lucky with that. So yeah, that was the recap of my cut line. So I'm so sorry. I was talking for a long time. I forgot my mic wasn't on. Oh my god. So where was I? Yeah. In conclusion, what I said earlier, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself to my co-hosts here. If you want the right console for you, it's on what you're interested in, your budget, and the availability of the gaming platform that you want. So for consoles, yeah, like I said earlier that you didn't hear, I'm sorry once again. The latest gen consoles are very hard to find because of the part shortage that has also affected the cars and PC, especially the PCs. So you might have to wait a while before you can actually get your hands on a current gen console. Or if you don't mind the last gen consoles, PS3 generation consoles and Xbox 360s are available secondhand. Some for the PS4 and Xbox One, but expect a higher price because of the shortage. So what used to be could be. By the way, Mick, what was the SRP for PS3 and PS4 back then?
For the PS3, the OG fat one.
Yeah, the OG fat one. Or slim, because most of them used slim.
The PS3 OG cost $600 back then. That's
Okay.
roughly almost 40k here back then. Because Sony was too ambitious back then that they put in more hardware than they could. Like they included PS2 backwards compatibility, put in multiple USB ports.
PS5 na backward compatibility yapon.
Yes, for PS4.
PS4.
And then for sa PS3, so yeah, back when the PS3 was still the big one, Sony didn't earn money. So 3 years later, by 2009, they introduced the PS3 Slim, and it cost $300, and Sony was making money again. But they had to remove the PS2 backwards compatibility. Now for PS4 back then, the PS4 was priced at $400. That's roughly 20k here. I got mine 2 years after launch. Currently, the PS4 is, I think it's the same price, around $300 to $400, roughly 13 to 18k depending on the package. And for PS5, it costs $500, roughly 27k here in the Philippines.
Yeah. So yeah, at that time, it was that was the SRP. But during that time also, you could find second-hand consoles for less than that. But like I said, due to the shortage here, you might find yourself buying a second-hand console for SRP or more, depending on the seller though. But there are some good some people there who are selling it at a fair price though. Yeah, so that's for the consoles. For the PC space, again, the number one problem is the shortage of PC parts, due to high demand and due to COVID shutting down multiple factories that are manufacturing parts. At the same time, it jacked up the price. So a price of a console is also a price of a graphics card, and you don't only need a graphics card.
Dili necessarily lacks.
Dude, depending on the GPU, the GPU alone.
Ang GPU sa latest niya sa PS5 is the equivalent of a 2060. You could get a 2060 for around 20k. Less than 20k, 17k. And that's already the standard price. That's already scalper price. That's already kanang medyo na-influence sa scalper price on 17k. And if you're cheap, you could break a brand new PC at around 35k, which is like 10k still cheaper than a PS5.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, aside from that, one of the things the builders don't tell you also is that when you're making a PC, make sure to take account your peripherals, especially your monitor, because that price that you say, like 35, that's just the tower.
For the unit.
That's just the tower. That's not including your monitor and your mouse and your keyboard. So be more flexible. You have to be more flexible with your because if you include that the peripherals in the budget, then you will have to sacrifice some of your budget for your actual unit. But in regards to that, due to the shortages, actually, pre-builds are actually also a good opportunity to get into PC gaming because as I said, the new parts are very has a very how do I say that the assembling it will require you to have hunting skills, whereas you can always opt for a pre-built because you'd have to think, you just plug and play, you just buy it, plus pre-built already comes with peripherals, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it does.
Sa console, ang good. You also have to worry about peripherals when you upload.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Most people will only have a TV though.
But that's assuming that
TV for PC,
assuming that the TV is capable of HDMI, which people these days don't have access to yet. So yeah, for the consoles, one thing I forgot to mention, as Phil said, you have to consider your monitor or your TV, wherever you're playing it. So if you're fine with 1080p, then there's plenty available budget monitors you can use. Yeah. So anyway, the cheapest and the most accessible gaming platform right now is actually mobile games, and that's actually a fact. I'm sorry for those who are PC master race or console master race, but the most accessible platform for gaming right now is mobile. If you're not aware, the mobile in the smartphone scene, it's getting cheaper and it's performing better. Honestly, like for under 9k budget, you can already have the decent mobile phone. Plus, the mobile games aren't that heavy compared to the console or PC games. So yeah, Call of Duty, you won't a couple of years back you wouldn't imagine playing Call of Duty on your phone, would you?
You couldn't even play StarCraft on your cell phone.
Yeah, you couldn't even imagine playing StarCraft on your phone. But now there's a way to do it. So yeah.
So like,
Yeah. Exactly. So the best option, if you're opting to start your gaming career, you can always start off with your phone. There's also one alternative though, but I don't know if it's available here in the Philippines, because in the States or the other first world countries, ever heard of cloud gaming?
I've heard of it, but like I'm not sure that works. That it works.
Dude, if you have
Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. Mickey's right. You subscribe to a.
It's like Netflix, but for games.
For games, it's like Netflix for games. So you subscribe to a streaming service like Google Stadia, for example. R.I.P. Google Stadia.
RIP Google.
Yeah, R.I.P. Google. So anyway, there are tons of companies offering, but the drawback there is you have to have fast internet to play that.
At least 50 though.
yeah, at least 50 Mbps. So since we're not graced with such speeds where we are, so it's not really an option here. So if you're in the States or in the other first world, that cloud gaming is a very viable option. Like the latency is not even that noticeable, but there is no latency. But yeah, those are my opinions regarding the matter. So you do you for those who want to start gaming. My advice is, yeah, although I would always recommend PC gaming because that's how I ended up anyway. Any form of platform, whatever you enjoy would be my most recommended one. So that's enough of this topic. We've been talking for 1 hour straight, and I've been talking apparently with my mic off. So I'm sorry about that.
On a set, including the earthquake.
Yeah,
Yep.
including the earthquake. So anyway, our next topic is.
I think we only have time for one more topic because it's almost midnight.
Oh really? I didn't know this. Okay, so one more topic. What do you guys want to do? The Fried Towel incident, rise of new
Yeah,
Netflix
Fried
prepare.
Tower.
Fried Tower,
Okay.
Fried Tower.
Fried
Okay.
Tower is a classic.
Okay, so regarding the Fried Towel incident, a couple days ago, if you haven't heard or if you don't have access to social media, a certain branch of Jollibee, yeah, I'm gonna name drop that because that's actually what's on the news. A certain branch of Jollibee, actually it's nearby where Brian's living, accidentally, or
It's in BGC.
yeah, it's in BGC. There are rumors that it was a sabotage move or what, but personally I think it was, I don't know, I can't really comment on that whether it was a sabotage or not. So my beef here is that people are getting easily offended by that simple mistake which everyone is capable of committing. Like you
Things
don't
happen, yo.
yeah, things happen, especially during you just have to be understanding. You don't need to be what do you call it,
You had to be a dick.
you cannot be a dick
Don't
about
have
it.
to go to Tulfo.
You don't have to toll for that.
Fight.
It's like it's more it kind of became a
It became a meme.
a big marketing plan. If you agree with me on that one, it's like a big marketing plan. So anyway, what do you guys think of that Fried Towel incident though?
Go make.
Me first?
Yeah. This is go Mickey Brian and me.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna make it short because I really can't comment. Personally, I think that the victim was just just want some attention. She could have just handled it internally within the branch and call it a day. No need to Facebook it and pull for it. Just go to the branch and call the manager and ask for some what do you call it? What's that word again? Shit, how to English?
Pag binisaya na lang gud uy. Pag binisaya na lang gud. Kada mo binisaya ay na-force himself.
Kaya mo ito mga pasaylo and have
They
a
asked for
ask for-
I
an
just-
apology.
oh,
a
I'm
public
just
apology.
just ask for an apology sa crew and sa manager and just ask for a new one. That's it.
Yeah.
No need to Facebook it and Tulfo.
Yeah, no need to be a
But-
dick about it.
And that's just me.
Go, Brian.
Brian.
I think what happened was that personally, even though if well, I can't really say that she really got the honestly, Jollibee is Jollibee, man.
Bida ang saya.
Bidang
Yeah,
saya.
there are like there are procedures or steps within their cooking, especially when they're suppliers. Because as far as I know is that they have like their suppliers really big, right? Maybe Pure Food. I think Pure Foods supply them. chicken.
As far as I know, they're getting their
Can we
supply
tell?
from. No, I think they're getting their supply from Gamma Foods.
I'm not sure, man, because it's a nationwide
Yeah.
company. No, multi-global, multi-nationwide companies,
Good.
that they do get a lot of suppliers for their recipes, for their chicken,
Yeah, yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
pre-processed. Yeah. So technically, for one to put a towel inside a fryer, that I can't be sure. Maybe someone made a mistake. I can't really say. Um, but the thing is, it became a big issue because it happened in BGC. Technically, as you would know, BGC is one of the richest business districts in the Philippines.
Mhm.
They're home to the PSE, Philippine Stock Exchange,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
soon they will be the one who's gonna be, well, senator office. The senator's office will be transferring also to the BGC.
Mhm.
Most of our companies, most of the headquarters of Philippines, like Lazada, Shopee, even me, even my companies headed in BGC. So technically, it became a big issue because people don't want that. People don't want mistakes because given that you live in BGC, you expect a certain standard of living, certain standard of quality, even if it's Jollibee or McDonald's or Mang Inasal, they always expect a standard because, well, you think they live in a high life. Technically, if you live in BGC, it's either you have money to spend or
You're dumb.
you basically, you can't live in BGC without money, or just like living paycheck to paycheck just to have the assurance of living nearby your work.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe it didn't need to be posted. Well, yeah, I could understand why she posted the picture. Maybe she was because of being angry in some sort.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she didn't need to actually toll for it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really, it's really a small issue, man.
yeah. Yeah, that actually happens everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
That happens
Because
everywhere.
being in a nationwide company, I can't say my company. Being in a nationwide company, there are, yeah, we can, when it comes to quality control, as much as possible, we do want to set the standard and give everyone the standard of quality that we can give as a service from the company. But there are times, yeah, we can force people to be perfect. There's always human errors. There's always mistakes. That's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So on that end, I just hope she would understand that to like it's really a small issue
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you to complain to a big company just for a fun. It's not even. It's just a towel, man. It's not even like
Mm.
the other problems or trending before,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the rat,
yeah,
in,
yeah. Exactly,
the
exactly.
drink. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just a towel, and
Mm.
basically you see it immediately. It's not like you ate the towel because like.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really obvious that it's a towel eventually when you can knife it or like spoon it
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
poke with it with your fork.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, hopefully it won't happen again. They could actually keep it under wraps.
Mm.
It's just sad that to direct to make a small issue turn into a big issue to a company that's beloved. It's literally the Filipino company.
Yeah, it's a Filipino
Like it
company.
owns
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
Ribbon,
Yeah, yeah,
Inasal,
And even even Greenwich, even Greenwich.
Yeah, even Greenwich, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's part
it's
of the
beloved by
company.
all.
Mm.
That's
Even
the heart.
Mm.
yeah, it even owns Coffee Bean and
Yeah.
PL Latte.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just bought it.
They just bought it.
They bought it, and even they're losing money from it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's a big company. There's no, like for me, there's no reason to it. There's no reason for like to pull for it or like make it a big issue. Just ask for a replacement, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or you would say it. Hush money.
Yeah, hush money. This never happened.
It's never
Yeah,
happened.
that's on my end. It became a big issue because it's in BGC. It happened in BGC. That's why people are noticing it. But if it happened in the province, nah. I'm not.
It's just gonna get returned. Yeah, it's just gonna be returned.
Depende.
The most I've seen is magyaw-yaw lang tapos iuli ra gyapon. Pulihan ra gyapon, mura gyapon. Tapos hatagan ni kag complimentary fries.
I'll add to that in a bit when it's my turn. Regarding the returning the chicken.
Yeah. So, is that all, Bri?
Yeah, man. Go for it.
So-
okay, you can just start.
Now, I actually listened to the Tulfo because I was so bored and then I was playing Magic and I was like, may sabas ang palpubay so yun lang sa Tulfo sa Jollibee na issue. And actually she returned the chicken. She returned the chicken and they
She returned the
offered
towel.
a replacement.
Sure,
Yeah,
return
the
okay.
towel and they offered replacement.
And
But she went to Tulfo and then
made the whole thing a fiasco.
Yeah. And then she said, I'm not here for the money, I just want an apology. Pero a few minutes later, she brings out an attorney who brings up money. Sorry, like, okay, wait, like, if you, that was like,
Are you that desperate for money and you have the guts to hire an attorney? Well, unless it was a public attorney. Public attorneys are free.
Okay.
Mm.
Like, your initial statement is, I'm not here for the money, I just want an apology. No, then ako'y attorney para sa kwarta. Tuloy ako
What?
mag-play.
What are you? What are you? Like, seriously.
Like, what's up
That's-
again? What's up again?
Uh,
You want an apology or you want money? And if you wanted money, you could have gone directly to Jollibee and said, hey, if you won't do this, I will do this.
yeah, exactly.
And that's like the smarter way of dealing with things.
yeah.
I mean,
Because
I'm
not-
not saying you should do that, but if you're someone who's like actively looking for money, that's not what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Honestly, it went beyond what it was supposed to be.
Exactly.
I mean, gets ako ba yung masayop ang tao? People make mistakes. People make horrible mistakes,
Mhm.
and it's fixed. And they
Mhm.
offered to fix it,
Mhm.
but the individual actually went, a step. It's not the Jollibee color.
Mm.
So I was like, something's not right here.
Yeah.
And-
Something's fishy.
Something's fishy. And then she goes to
It's
Tulfo.
not the towel.
and then she asks for money. That's the thing.
What?
Initially, she says, "Hey, no, I'm not here for the money. I'm a good person. I just want you all to know that Jollibee is a horrible company."
Mhm.
And then later on, brings up her attorney for the money.
For the money, yeah. What, like,
And the worst part is it
What a
brought
bit.
all the crazy people.
motherfuckers. You're allowed to say
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Kanang mga people with like kanang grabe ka trivial and then stupid kay mga
Nanggawas ang
mga logic bitaw nga. Nagawas out of the woodwork ang mga tao nga og gibuot pero atong
Yeah.
usa nga Jollibee crew. He comes up and then complains like, "Hey, this is hey, this is what you get for treating your employees like garbage. You don't give us a good salary. We're only paid 450 pesos a day." I'm like, "What the hell? You get 450 pesos a day? Ang nurse kay
Yeah,
400 ang adlaw."
Yeah,
Ang imong
exactly.
trabaho kay magprito og manok o maglimpyo og table unya ang nurse kay mo ka expose og COVID mas dako pa mong sweldo. Consistent
Exactly.
pag yun. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, why are you complaining?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you the
should-
one complaining?
Di ka basta-basta mo complain gid tayo. Like that's
Daghan kay
BS.
reklamador ba sa Pilipino kay daghan
Yeah.
tayo.
Yeah, I think that's part of our culture. Reklamador kita. I think we got that from the Brits.
No, not from the Brits.
Dude, Brits ka kusuke mo reklamo mo mga Brits. Promise. So get us
We
a
were
reklamo
only
get one.
occupied for 2 years.
Hey, 2 years is enough. Depending on who you influence.
Noon, Manila may nag-influence.
So yeah, but yeah, muna gina tong culture na reklamador ka na. We are never satisfied with things we have.
We are never satisfied.
Yeah. Like I always say, the Filipinos' greatest enemy is itself, not anyone else. We're a huge Pandora. No, how do you call this? What was that term? I forgot that term. Kanang something that is it and is it not at the same time? What's that term? Oh man, how to English? How to English?
Janawala kung English ka dyan.
Walang vocabulary.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, but that term, I'm sorry, that we're both something and we're also something, not that something. I forgot the term. God damn, it's in the tip of my tongue. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Do you have anything more to say, Phil?
I guess this is one of the issues, and I really want to bring this up. Sumubayo na ba kana bitaw trial by publicity?
Yeah, exactly. Tulfo is not our justice system. Come on, guys.
Tulfo is not the
Don't-
justice system, and a lot of Filipinos will say our logic is that because our court system is corrupt or our politicians are corrupt, so why trust them when you can trust a random person on the internet name? I won't say his name. I won't even say the name of the show. Pero
Dude, we've been name dropping for a while.
okay. Pero like
We're not dissing the show.
yeah, we're not dissing
don't,
it. But
don't get me wrong. The Tulfo show is pretty entertaining.
it's
pretty
entertaining.
It serves its
entertaining.
purpose for entertainment. But to view it like it's a justice system in the Philippines, that's just
Dili- it's-
pure bullshit. Pure bullshit.
It's it ruins why the thing is that pag by publicity mo, what happens is that the people tend to have biases kasi especially if ang kontra nimo is the big person
Yeah.
and the worst part is this is abusable
Exactly.
by the poor people. I'll be right back. There's
So yeah, like Phil was saying, you think it's the big companies that are abusing people? Oh no, you're dead wrong about that. There are also times when poor people are abusing the big companies, though there's only a small amount of cases regarding that one. But yeah, that's our culture here in the Philippines. I think for me, in my own opinion, it's the shame that it brings when you are publicly tried, like the Tulpo show. Like you're exposed to the whole nation. I think that's why it kind of like acts faster in a sense. Like I don't know. Honestly, I understand what they mean regarding our justice system because, yeah, as a matter of fact, there are cases that our enforcers are very slow to the pickup, especially if you're like a nobody, like someone from the mountains, or just some lowly citizens. They don't some of them, not all, there are some of them that don't really give
I'm back.
a damn. Yeah.
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
ang issue is that pag ikaw magod ka ng employer, usually everyone thinks you're a terrible person.
No. That's the misconception.
That's
People
That's
don't
a-
people don't understand what it feels like to be ikaw bitaw ang
ikaw
gagunit.
nagbayad.
Yeah, ikaw nagbayad. Like kuan ba? The logistical nightmare that it becomes when you're holding the business. Lisod gid kayo, honestly saying, dali na kayo na ireklamo as a worker because you're not handling the business itself. The business, all you do is work. You work, and you wait for your salary. No
You have
offense
no
to the work.
idea
Yeah.
the stress.
The stress you get when you're managing your own business is different from the stress you get from work. Yeah.
And if you have trial by publicity, obviously mo daog yun ang worker ano? Because
Yeah.
majority of people are workers. They
Exactly.
will never understand
What it feels
The
like to be
employer.
what it feels to be the employer until they themselves reach that point in their lives. And now you will see.
Unfair.
Now you will see. So, like I was saying earlier while you were out by, ang kuan man gud, I think the reason why you can't really blame the people why they would just prefer to go to Tulfo rather than our local government units, the LGUs. Part of it's because of the shame it would bring to the one that they complained to, because you will be shown in national TV. That's a huge shame on that part. Like kanang pakiulawan ka ba, murag mo mago ng impact, and then for some reason diri sa ato, although I'm not saying exclusive na sa diri sa ato, because this also happens in states. Per lahi ram ko ng level sa atong justice enforcement diri og dito sa states. Kay one of the reasons why dili sad ga adtong tao sa atong mga LG is because of the kanang kuti-kutihon pa ka, especially if you're nobody. That's true most of the that's true to some. I'm not saying all. Dagan kayo tayo mga LGU na kuan kanang that actually do their jobs, but I'm telling you, from what I've saw, dagan gyapon gid LGU gyapon ga it's like they're acting like they don't know what they're doing. It's like they're there for just the money and the publicity and that.
Okay. I think that the issue with the distrust towards our legal system is that we have this negative impression. Yung una is that lawyers are bad. So, like,
Exactly.
there's this negative connotation that people who are in the legal tend to look for loopholes. They tend to side with the bad people, and then they tend to ask exorbitant amounts of money. But the thing is, we have things like public attorneys. We have
They're free. They're basically free.
They're free. Sa una noon, walay free nga attorney. There was everything was pro bono. Pero now we have public attorneys, so I don't see why you still need trial by publicity. The only reason why a person would want trial by publicity is if he knows that his stance is not going to win in court.
Exactly. So they have to ask.
Damay na lang po.
They have to ask Tulfo to do it for them because he's Tulfo.
And a lot of people, a lot of people make nonsense taking suits, not because they know they're going to win, but they know it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of time.
Exactly.
Siyempre, ang public attorney, ang private company, they will always use a private lawyer. Wala yung magastos sa private lawyer.
Ako
compare
kayo eh.
imong bayaran ang settlement. Pero
Ako
hilom
kayo.
ang tao.
Oh, appearance pa lang daan sa lawyer. There's an
Oh,
appearance fee.
appearance.
Oh,
Oh,
kana pa lang daan. Consultation
drag
fee.
on for
Oh.
dabi nga to
Oh.
1,000 per month. Di. Kay 12,000 a year times na to it drags on for what 10 years yung kaso.
Oh, so magbayara lugar kasi mga attorney.
Bayaran kasi yung attorney for 10 years. Bayaran na lang na po ang tao
Settle.
pero hilom.
Kaya settle na lang
Even
ka.
though kabalo ka mudaog ka. Pero tungod kay dugay ang process,
Hmm.
settle na lang.
What's the point? Yeah, what's the point? Samo kayo. Mo galing nga.
Then manabot madaot mo ngalan kay
Oh.
mahulog nga you're bullying smaller people.
Mo galing.
That's
Exactly,
why
exactly.
duwi gid pirmi ang employer, duwi gid ang employer especially when it comes to things like that.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just horrible. That's why I detest trial by publicity. I detest it.
It's not our justice system. Morgan na.
It's
Bottom
not a justice system.
Yeah, bottom line, as much as we all hate to go through proper legal means, by all means gid dapat we should follow our own rules.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we're a laughing stock because we ourselves can't follow our own rules. That's one of the gearing social issues dito sa Pilipinas. We set rules, can't even klaro na kayo na no smoking kapanigarilyo pag sa tubangan diya. Di ba? No jaywalking, and yet you jaywalk.
Summer man.
And you're freaking reason because it's summer vacation. I'm not gonna name drop you, man. I'm not gonna name drop you. The four of us know who you are. You know who you are. Nga na ba? And then not to mention our joke. Some of the enforcers are a joke. I'm not kidding. They're not doing their jobs properly. So yeah, that's the underlying issue here. Actually, it's one of the greatest hurdles we have yet to accomplish. So anyway, TLDR, man. If you get a fried towel as your food, just return it.
Just return it, man. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick about it, unless they really get you into a situation where they're being a dick instead. That by all means, yeah. But
Big companies won't do that.
yeah. Do you think the companies will spend time for a small fry like you, regardless of who you are? Although that's gonna be another issue if it was like let's just say a person with official standing. If you get what I mean, that's a whole other issue.
Kasi gani, bisag imong sala, kay ila kang ilisan og pagkaon.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Because they don't have time to deal with your shit. Yeah, exactly. Because
they replace it, and then they were like, hey, we know it's your fault. Okay, your food got spoiled, your food got stepped over, but you know what? We're gonna be nice people. We're going to replace it without any charge. Like
yeah, like
sila nanuon ang dautan.
like that. Come on. Yeah, bottom line is don't be a dick and don't go to Tulfo. Although I must admit that Tulfo show is very entertaining, but yeah, as much as I would hate it, don't go to just go through legal means. Accessible kay mga barangay na to.
There are times but Tulfo is a necessary evil, especially kanang mga issue bitaw nga nakabuntis.
Yeah. Those are
not the father.
Yeah, those are like the most entertaining ones. Yeah. I think that's what that's what he modeled the show after sa US, because there are a lot of shows like that in the US.
I miss face to face.
Yeah, me too. I miss face to face. Actually, it was face to face before Tulfo, the Tulfo show being. Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah, and before even that, in CDO, they would always say, "Ipamagnum ta ka." Di ba?
Actually, common pa yapon na karon
Ipabumbuta ka, ipamagnumta ka. So they're basically using the media as a freaking justice system. It's not. It's not. Sorry guys, but you're better off na ikuan lang. Adton lang sa barangay. Kaya dali naman tao na masettle. Puwiran lang gid kung way pulos yung barangay kana ayun na mura gid na ako mayon. So yeah, I think that's enough for this Fried Tao incident. This is already part 2 of our episode 2 that it was a long time coming. So we already discussed 4 topics already, I think. No, just 3. Just 3.
Yeah.
Just 3. So that's enough. We were really being tested by Mother Nature, internet, and whatnot.
Random shenanigans.
Dagan kay random shenanigans nito para lang din ma-air ni. Like this the only episode 2 pa lang niyan. We had to spread it to 2 parts.
Yeah.
And we were
Hopefully, the third episode will be smooth now.
yeah. So hopefully pag this coming Saturday we can actually shoot the 3rd episode smoothly and within time. So yeah, it's getting late, guys. So I think we should wrap it up. Shout out to Phil's girlfriend. Hey Kat, thanks for viewing our video and liking.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for
Hello,
something.
Phil's significant other.
Yeah, hello. And thank for those who reacted to our video. I know it's not yet much. Yes, Phil has been a good boy. So anyway, we have just tune in next week, guys. Next Saturday, we have lots more to discuss. So yeah, we'll be wrapping this up. Once again, we are your hosts. My name is Randolph.
Brian, I'm Brian, guys. It's so
My name is Michael, and goodbye.
Hey, don't forget
Well,
Phil.
have a good evening.
All right, have a good evening, guys.
Have a good evening, guys.
Okay, let's
Take care.
rolling the out. Peace out. Rolling the outro. Oh shit.